You've probably seen 10, 15 videos on Mounjaro and Ozempic and you're wondering whether it's going to work for you. So I wanted to make this very short video explaining what these two things are, how they help you lose weight, and whether as a South Asian it's the solution to losing weight. Now both these drugs were made originally to treat type 2 diabetes, but then scientists realized that, hey, these can actually make people lose a lot of weight. But how does it actually help you lose weight? This is the key thing. Basically they're appetite suppressants, so most of the work with your body's hormones to suppress your appetite. Generally, that's how it works. And without getting into the nitty-gritty of it and the science behind it, these injections can help slow down digestion in your stomach, therefore making you feel fuller. It ends up lowering cravings and hunger levels as well. And because blood sugar levels are stable, insulin is better managed as well. That's why it was used for people with diabetes. And there you go. That's why most people lose weight. Because of the appetite suppressing effects, most people are not really eating much, and that's why you end up losing weight for the most part. Now, is it going to help you? Well, yeah, but you could do it the free way and the safer way, and I'll explain why in a second, by just cutting down food intake, intermittent fasting, drinking sparkling water all day or lots of caffeine to help blunt your appetite. There's an easy, cheap way to do it. But the problem is these medications were primarily designed for people with diabetes and or anyone who has issues with their weight. They're potentially classed as clinically obese, and taking them would be beneficial for them. That's why the rules are a bit different around the world. Obviously, I'm based in the UK. I know the rules are a bit more relaxed in the United States because we have some clients who work in we work with from Canada and the US, and I do believe the rules are quite relaxed. Whereas in the UK, it's not that easy to get a hold of them. So most people are always asking me, are they going to work for me? Well, yeah, because your cravings are going to be lowered. You're going to feel fuller for longer, and as a result, you're not going to eat much. Now, what happens then? You go into a negative energy balance. That's kind of how it works, which is what you would know as a calorie deficit. The phrase that's been thrown around for years and years and years. So a caloric deficit is basically when your body is used to a certain amount of energy every single day, and all of a sudden that supply gets cut off, either through a reduction of food or you exercise and you move more and you burn energy. And that's how you achieve a deficit, because now your body's tapped in and is wondering why it's not getting as much food as before. So when you take these injections, you are not eating as much, and because of that, the body's like, yo, something's going on here. We need that energy. You used to always give us this through the roast chicken, the crisps, the sweet, the junk food. All of a sudden, you're not giving it to us anymore. Now what do? And naturally, the body will then tap into extra fat stores and some muscle. And in order to avoid a lot of muscle loss, you want to obviously increase your protein intake and exercise. Now, side effects, we don't know how many there are. We have Dr. Amina who works with us. She's a registered doctor based in London. And she's even said that there's so much that we don't know about them. She gets asked a lot of questions around them. However, from observations and with some of our clients who are using them because they have issues with diabetes, we have seen that dry mouth, extreme nausea, gastric problems as well. Those are the three most common ones, so a lot of people are struggling with that. And another issue that we have here is because when you lose muscle tissue, you end up not losing, but downgrading your metabolism almost. And that can be a bit of a problem, because if you're somebody who wants to tone up and shape up and be healthy in the long run, you got to lift weights, especially if you're a woman. But the problem then is, if you're not doing that, and because your appetite's lowered, you're not increasing your protein, muscle tissue gets compromised. So most people are getting this, I guess, skinny fat look almost, which I don't like to say that, but I have so many people asking me about why they're achieving this look when they thought they were going to get toned. Well, that's because these drugs don't care about you toning. They just want to suppress your appetite, and then you obviously don't eat as much, and that's why you lose weight. But if you want to do this efficiently and in a way that's going to be healthy and sustainable, I would 110% exercise, because when you exercise and you increase your protein a little bit, you will maintain tissue and you'll end up getting that toned look, which most people want. Nausea is another one as well. So a lot of the clients that we've had say that they're feeling quite sick most of the day. They don't have much of an appetite. Obviously, the energy levels are low as well. So there's a lot that comes with it. Do I recommend it? Probably not. If you're somebody who just has a couple of kilos to lose, you just want to shape up and you've got stubborn fat to lose, absolutely not. It's an insult to people who genuinely need it. If you have a medical condition, diabetes, or a doctor or medical practitioner has observed you and they've decided that putting you on these injections is the right thing to do, awesome, you do that, take their advice, because I'm not a bloody doctor. But if you want to lose weight and shape up and tone and lose the mum tum and be in better shape, then absolutely I would avoid these because of the side effects that you're going to get as well. It might be expensive depending on how you source it as well, and it's not actually teaching you the right stuff, which is going to be better behaviors, better habits, and lifestyle factors as well. And that's why most people are taking them and not actually making any differences to their lifestyle. So they're still doing the same things, they're not being active, they're not moving, their food choices are not that good, and because of that, they end up losing the weight, but they end up gaining it back. And I've already noticed a bunch of people have gained the weight back because they got a hold of these injections. They didn't change their behaviors or their lifestyle, and they ended up gaining a couple of kilos back, and they ended up getting angry thinking it was them, whereas they just didn't do it properly and or they didn't need it. So whatever weight loss injections you are curious about, that's generally how they work. Do you need it? Probably not. If you do you need it? Well, if you're asking that, probably not, because the doctor would have already spoken to you about this. Can they help? Yes, through the mechanisms that I've just explained and described. They don't just burn the fat off you. I don't know why people still believe this, but they're not really worth it given the side effects. So if you've got any questions, do leave a comment below. If you found any value in this, consider subscribing. I will be trying to put out more content and being active on the channel. Check out the links in the description. Plenty of freebies and some very, very cheap resources and guides for all of you to help you guys lose weight. I'll catch you guys in the next video.